Thank you, Mr Deputy Speaker. I'm conflicted about congratulating NBN for their Sky Master satellite service. On the one hand, I do want to acknowledge that the launch of the Sky Master satellites in 2015 and 16 has vastly improved the delivery of satellite NBN services and customer satisfaction with the service. The original satellite service was not a success. The constant dropouts, the slow speeds did enormous damage to the reputation of the technology, and NBN Co is paying the price for that now. Unfortunately, due to these early experiences, my community views satellite as an inferior product. They're not mincing their words, expressing their views in the calls and emails to my office when telling me in person as well at the NBN sessions that I've been holding across my community in recent months. The NBN representatives have assured me and my community that the launch of the Sky Master satellites in 2015-16 have improved the service. More needs to be done to articulate that message. I've certainly attempted to help spread the message with my NBN information sessions. However, it is a hard sell. Essentially, for people who are now paying a premium for service, when just down the road their neighbour has fixed line NBN and is paying much less for unlimited data. Rubbing salt into the wound is that satellite customers still have to pay for a landline if they want a reliable voice service. This is essential in my community of Mayo, which encompasses some of the highest risk bushfire zones in South Australia, and where we have more than 130 black spots still. Mobile phone technology is not part of the universal service guarantee, but our community considers mobile phones to be an essential service, and rightly so. We need to continue with the mobile phone black spot program and pursuing bespoke solutions for different communities. Cherry Gardens has advocated for such a bespoke solution, and I've been pleased to work with that community and the State Liberal MP, the member for Davenport, and the Federal Minister, the member for Parks, to set up 4G equipment on the existing NBN tower. My Centre Alliance colleagues and I have been pleased to advocate for funding for this project, and we look forward to its official launch. I do acknowledge and welcome the launch of Sky Master Plus service, which provides an unmetered data for activities such as emailing and web browsing. This will help regional communities who need to continually function in a digital world, especially if their teenager in the house uses up the household data on Netflix, and I've got a couple of those in my house, and it goes down very quickly. But this product doesn't compensate for the fact that far more households in Mayo are being placed on satellite technology than the national average of 3%. I've been advised that 5,630 premises have been assigned satellite technology in my community, represents more than 5% of my community. I have communities close to the city, some of who can see the CBD, the outline of Adelaide from their front porch, but they've been assigned satellite. One such neighbourhood was promised fibre to the node. Only 2 months ago they found out they were allocated satellite because the technicians hit rock and it was going to be too expensive to dig. Now that is not acceptable. I have nearly 500 residences in my law who have been promised wireless NBN for more than 2 years now. Thanks to a deal falling through with the landowner over a tower site, they are now most likely going to get satellite. And I say most likely because they still can't get a decision out of NBN. I would like to take this opportunity again to urge NBN Co to make a decision for the My Law community prior to Christmas. I've spoken to the Regional Services Minister about my community's expectations. I also acknowledge that for many communities who have had to put up with poor and non-existent ADSL, broadband, and NBN has been a boon for them. ADSL was so bad for one member of my community in Bridgewater, he door-knocked neighbours to ask if he could put antennas on their roofs. He now has NBN fixed line and runs a tech company from his home. And I'd like to thank NBN for coming to my community to host information sessions, and particularly to Kim Morgan. He has been to every single one, even when the community has naturally and rightfully been fired up and wanting to talk about NBN. I will say NBN has been something of a lottery for my community. Like all major infrastructure projects, I believe it should be built once and build it well. And there are issues in our community that we can work together on, and I'm sure that NBN will come to the table. We need to fix Milo, we need to fix Crapers, and we can do this. It's not above us. Thank you.